give thanks and praise to God. Today, exactly 2 weeks ago, the Lord delivered us from the jaws of death. We saw death, but the Lord lifted his hand. Like the psalmist will say, I'll bless the Lord at all times, and his praise will always be on my lips. I'll not forget the praise of the Lord, because it was the Lord. We were on our way to Accra for a funeral.
And just by the bypass at Akoko, we don't know what happened, but there was this sharp curve on the road. And when we got the road, not knowing there was this big truck park at the middle.
And just when we passed the truck, the road, the highway or the dual carriage just came to an end.
So in actual fact, we didn't know the road doesn't go beyond it, but just after it, the road ends there. And there was this heap of sand at that side.
And the car just ran into a heap of sand that had been there just straight on the road, and just went up, somersaulted very high, and went to the back of this heap. And the back of the heap was a deep valley.
And just crashed all of a sudden. But when I turned, we screamed, Jesus. And I turned and looked at my husband. I could only see the top from just his chest to the top. Couldn't see his down.
And that was the deepest, the mightiest miracle we saw. Our eyes were on, myself and my wife asked me, so what is happening? I said, I don't know. What is going to happen? I said, I don't know. The Lord, instead of the car going head down into the valley, it somersaulted and came with the 4 wheels, landing at the middle of the valley. So we're hanging in the middle of the valley. Then people came, rushed in. And the greatest miracle was that, in spite of how fatal the accident was, the only thing I have to show is a deep cut on my left arm. And I just want to bless the name of the Lord, that the Lord delivered us. The Lord brought people who came to rescue us. He brought angels who really came to our rescue. And even when the car landed, my wife tried to open the door.
And the door wouldn't open. And I screamed, Jesus, save us. Just all of a sudden, when I tried to open, the door opened. To our amazement. So I started screaming for help, and people came around. So I asked him whether he was okay. He said yes. So I managed. Looking at the ditch, jumping up was difficult. And that was a test time of faith.
She jumped, from out of the car, and they held her.
And I was able to climb up. Middle of it, I was helped up because I couldn't move again. But my husband was left in the car.
Smoke started coming out of the car. And with the strength I had on my right arm, I tried open the down cabin and removed the fire extinguisher. But to the amazement, after the extinguish and the fire, the smoke that was coming went down, they opened the bonnet and the terminals on the batteries were off. And they screamed. Somebody have removed the battery terminals. Who did it, we don't know. And for them it was a surprise. And that was the amazement, of what the Lord was capable of doing. Because after my wife jumping out, there was the likelihood that the vehicle could have just caught fire. But I strongly believe that the Lord sent his angels. Like the psalmist will say that he sent his angels to guard over us. He sent his angels to take off the terminals from the batteries, to keep us safe and keep us protected.
For barely 45 minutes, they were struggling to bring him up. And I was just on the floor, singing praise to God, worshiping God, just waiting on him to do his miracle once again. And I said, he is the resurrection Lord. And I was so surprised. Around the women, everybody started praying with me, because that was what I was doing. And God does his miracle at every time, at any time. To our amazement, that is what God did. And we couldn't even understand it.
And even as you watch this and you listen to me, if you are a Christian and you have not committed your life to the Lord, I just want to encourage you that you commit your life to the Lord. If you are not giving your all to the Lord, I just want to encourage you to give your all to the Lord. If you are living your Christian life just anyhow, I just want to encourage you to give your all to the Lord. I have never regretted giving my all to the Lord. And I will not stop it. It doesn't matter what the enemy thinks he wants to do. Because the Lord, 2 weeks ago, lifted us and rescued us from the jaws of death. He exalted his name. He showed forth his glory. And his glory is the only thing that we will praise. I'll bless the Lord at all times. His praise will always be in my mouth.
And I know this is a beginning of greater things, greater miracles to happen. And we are believing. So friends, let's all trust God. Let us all believe in him. And I know at the right time, at the right place, he will prove himself strong.
So my friend, my brother, my sister, let us exalt the name of the Lord together. And let us praise his name. He is a good God. He never disappoints. All around you will disappoint you, but the God we serve is a faithful God. I encourage you, just lean on him, and he will show you his faithfulness. He is a loving and a faithful God. May the Lord richly bless all of us to walk in that faithfulness, to walk in his ways, to love him, to embrace him, to see him as our everything. And he will never disappoint us. May the Lord bless us. Amen.
Amen.
Jesus, to break every chain, break every chain, break every chain. Woo! To break every chain, break every chain, break every chain.